Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go now. Okay, check that. Free.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. 1st down, here's Dak. It's taken in by Lamb. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They'll get this one to Watkins. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. Walker on 1st down. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings it. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Dak now from the gun. Catch is made in close. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Walker can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Trying again, Walker. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or you're now forced to put the ball in the air.
3rd and goal, Prescott. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Check go.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. This is complete to Neighbors. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. quick to the left. It's caught. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Play stopped by Damone Clark.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go, here we go. 7-5, 700.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go, set. Here we go.
Setting up a throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Kalen Carson with the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Set. 79 Broncos. Hurt.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Street.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Now is Micah Parsons making that play. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Aubrey puts it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, 180.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. And it's the Cowboys with a 2nd and 7. Motioning Watkins right. Prescott here from the gun. Throw complete to Lamb. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Yeah, here we go. 47.
Motioning Watkins right. 1st and 10, Prescott. Dump off caught by his back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
2nd and 6 now. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Yeah.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
We're going to 54. Why is?
Another throw for Prescott. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Yeah.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Another chance for him. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cowboys earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys tie things 10-10. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Pass play on 1st and 10. Fits it through the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. From the red zone now. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
On 2nd and 5 now. Buying some time right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. Aubrey puts it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah! There we go! Right there!
Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Headed out right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing again is Dak. Pass complete to Walker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Hand off to Walker from the gun. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tyler Newbin with the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on second down.
Here we go, second and 9. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Adoree Jackson makes the play. And the Giants will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Cowboy 80! Bronco switch! Bronco switch!
A give to Dobbins to start the third. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up second and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 coming up here. Looking for a throw here. Completed over the middle. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants push their lead further to start the half. Malik Neighbors with the touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Giants make it a 10-point ball game. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Here we go.
1st down, and they go right back to him. They'll cobble together a yard there. Tyler Newbin with the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. From the gun is Prescott. Forced out to his right. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Here we go, 46.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Hits his running back. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
With these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
Yeah! There we go!
Now Dak to throw. Trying for the deep ball. They connect on the deep shot. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Connects with Johnson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 34. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, Shaq.
Here's a throw. Finds Hyatt. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Kalen Carson with the tackle.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Running back sent in motion left. 3rd and long for him here. Completed here to Uzama. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends.
Reload. Trap alert. Check. Check.
A give right side to Dobbins. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost. He busts those tackles.
A touchdown aside. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. They did it. He made the interception. There he goes on the right side. The 30. Gets the 10. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys take a 4-point lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. That's complete to Dobbins. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Ready.
From the 37. Complete to Hyatt. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Looking to the air here. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll go with Walker on the counter. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Prescott here from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Dak now from the gun. Campbell hauls it in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Walker now from the gun. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Man in motion, headed right. Now an inside give to Walker. Escapes a defender. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go.
Sending a receiver left. Dak to the air here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
With the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Yeah, here we go.
Looking to throw. That's when right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pickup of 2 here. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Neighbors with a catch. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants losing by 7. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go. Go.
They'll run on 1st down with Dobbins. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, set. Check go.
He'll look to throw it. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's got cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. you've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go. Setting up to pass. This is complete to Neighbors. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. Still one more in their pocket to use. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. And that one is incomplete. There is a flag down, though. If someone was across that line, this could end in a first down after all. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he gets them the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants bring it back to even. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, kill. Here we go, 46.
Back to throw. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack. Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Looking to throw it. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First down, here's Dak. He's going deep. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And the Giants are out of bounds on the return, so get ready, everybody. We've got some free football on the way. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. Gotta block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. It's Walker on the give. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun is Prescott. That one's complete over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Third and just 2 to go. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Big moment here in overtime. 4th down, and the offense is out there. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. 4th down, and it'll be the native of County Wicklow in Ireland, Daniel Whelan, on to punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. His work begins at the 31, and it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Giants football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Again, they'll run with Dobbins. Into the secondary past the 40. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Best run games in this league have balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Running it again with Dobbins. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. Into the hands of Neighbors. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Running for it with Dobbins. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Again, it's going to be Dobbins. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Third and goal for Dobbins. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jason Sanders. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And now the entire game rests on his next kick. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead. So the Giants come away with the win. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.